We live down there. Let's start the recording. You ready? We live.
I said ready or not. Here I come.
All right, everybody. I'm Robert.
No,
this is Kyra. This is Evenly Yoked Television. How y'all doing out there today?
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing today?
That's the people. How they doing?
I said, hey, how y'all doing? Hold on. Did you already say this is Robert? I'm going to say this is Kyra.
No, you trying to mess it up. I'm Robert. This is Kyra. And we live.
And this
we
is
live today.
Evenly Yoked.
Yeah, we're live today, y'all. I had a few more things. If you watched our last video, some reactions I wanted my wife to, some things I wanted my wife to see. You know,
to react.
You know, like while I'm at work and stuff like that, I get bored and I want to save things, like posts and stuff like that, so that I can review them later on with my wife. Mm-hmm. And we like to share some of that with you guys. So that is why we're here today.
Yeah, and see what y'all think too.
So with that being said, we're gonna jump right into it. And hopefully with this first one, we don't get flagged or nothing like that.
We didn't get flagged on that one, did we?
No, but this one has, you know, a little bit of music in it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you turn it down. Yeah.
Let's see what you think about this one.
I am screaming. They get on my nerves.
Oh, where the sound at? I'll be confused how this thing works sometimes.
It ain't cool. You get on my nerves. They get on my nerves. You wonder who is calling oh so late. It's my supervisor. Want me to come in around 8. It's my supervisor. Don't he know you just got off at 5 this morning? This ain't cool. No, it ain't cool. You get on my nerves. And now my brother is coming into town. Later on this evening, and he brought E and J, but he drinking all my crown. I don't like it. Tell me, what am I gonna do? I hid my food, but he found that too. They get on my nerves. When I go to pump gas and then I see the price. They get on my nerves. When they go to sleep and don't turn out the light. They get on my nerves. When morning service don't let out till 2. They get on my nerves.
All right, that's just started out today.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, no, I have a 12 to 12:15 slot available.
Yeah, that
What you
that
think
was
about
that was dope. I like. Did you see how he had on the little blue vest with the little
yeah, the whole tank of tire on there.
the tank of tire on? That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. My favorite one was the lights, which is crazy. But you know how people do that though. Mm-hmm. I know sometimes your parents be like, when you're supposed to bring a drink, don't bring something you don't want to drink.
What you mean, like bring a? Oh, you
talking
about
bring
like
your own beer.
Bring a drink to their party.
You bring something you don't even want to drink, or that's cheap,
the $2
and you're
wine.
you're drinking everybody else's stuff. Don't do that. Or you come and you don't even bring nothing.
Right.
But then you drinking everybody's stuff.
Yeah. You got to get out.
You gotta get out. But no, you don't. You know,
yeah,
come on in,
nope.
Everybody. Whatever we have is for everyone.
Nope.
That was dope.
Hold on, I think I got a sound effect for that.
What?
We got sound effects in there somewhere.
That's okay. You can come in.
Nope.
Everybody can. Whatever. Okay.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to start it off a little lighthearted, you know.
I was like, oh God, where this going? But that was a good one, yeah.
Hopefully our stream will be able to stay up off of that. So, but anyway, moving on from there, I wanted to. I saw this post from Steven Jackson. I wanted to get your opinion on.
Oh yeah, old school.
On what they thought. Let's see if you can see that.
Oh my!
And he said,
"You'll be saving stuff that I ain't even seen yet."
That's right.
That I have not seen yet.
That's right. I'll be trying to give it to you. I'll send all this stuff to you in your messenger.
Do you?
I do, yeah. But he said, "I ain't getting married." Steven Jackson left his fiance at the altar after she didn't want to sign a prenup. How do you feel? What you think about that?
Are you serious?
What you think about that?
At first, I ain't getting married but then when you read on, I was like,
Well, he said he ain't getting married.
But this is the why you? That's so ignorant.
Is it?
Yeah, it is ignorant because you know who you are. You should have had a prenup done way before you went to the altar. And you should have known that she wasn't going to sign the prenup way before you went to the altar.
You know what? I think she tried to hold him up, is what I think it was.
All the way to the day of the... I don't know. Was that what it was like for Candy and Todd? I remember maybe that was just a Atlanta Housewife where they were doing it like, oh, he didn't sign it until... I don't know for certain. So, I don't know. But... No, if she's holding it up that long, then you know what it is. You shouldn't have even. Do you know how much you probably put into paying for that wedding and all the people that was there and all that stuff? Like, that was foolishness. He didn't have to go through it with it all the way there. But now, I mean, you know me, I'm not totally for prenups, but that's because we started differently. We started from the bottom up.
Yeah, there's not really no point in having one.
Yeah, and still, I think because I get it for the protection, but I believe, I don't marry you for stuff. And whatever I came into the marriage or however I built and we built together, the thing about a marriage is it's two people. When I get out, I can build again. So I don't, like it says, hey, this stuff I can't take with me, and I believe that in everything. Like, God will provide. So I don't really, besides my kids, that's the only thing.
So you think you should live like how Mary J. Blige doing?
Oh gosh.
Just get married over and over again. Keep getting took for all your money.
You ain't gotta have a prenup for her to keep getting tucked. But like Mary said, but unfortunately she's learned a lot of lessons. And Mary is the queen. That's my girl. So
she the queen of getting took.
Don't talk about me.
She is. She the only.
Like she said, she's learned her lessons.
She's like the only woman that be getting like took for all her money like a dude. Like.
Is she though?
Yeah, she know what she be. So that's what I'm saying. You don't even believe in having no prenup, like for you as a woman, like you worth millions.
For me, it's more about a moral thing.
Hold on. If you married, you getting married, and you worth millions, and you getting married to some bum, and he ain't even got no job, and let's just say he does good at slanging. We'll call it that. He providing the.
A good rock.
The D, if you would.
Good rock.
He providing the D. So is the D gonna be good enough for you to still get married and not have no prenup with somebody that is a bum?
Well, okay, this is my thing. Probably not, but this is the thing though. Why marry somebody that's not mentally on your same level or trying to get there? It's not about your status.
What's in your mental level?
It's not about but it's not what's in your bank.
That wasn't the question.
But what you said was if he's a bum.
Yeah,
she's a millionaire.
He a bum.
There's no way that they're even equal.
So people lay down and get in relationships with people all the time who they
but don't marry him.
Evenly yoked with.
Yeah, but don't marry him.
All the time.
Don't marry him or her.
But it happens all the time. So I'm saying, if that were the situation, are you gonna you really want to marry this dude? You like him? He's a good guy. He just don't got no job.
If you got that much money, you should have enough lawyers around you, or
you gonna marry him without a prenup or not?
Yeah. Okay. Look.
Are you marrying him without the prenup or not?
I mean,
come on now.
I don't know.
Come on now.
Probably.
Oh.
Probably.
You gonna marry this bum without no prenup?
I mean, it depends on how you can structure.
I think you just say that because you think that a man should be in the same situation and be like, I'm just in love. I know I picked you up at a McDonald's, but you're pretty, so let's do this without a prenup. Like, you think men should think like that? So that's why you say that.
Why? No, tell me this though. What's the sense of the prenup? Because even when people have prenups, they still go through a whole bunch of BS.
Well, pretty much the prenups are the court system's pretty much
you can do what you do with the prenup without it, is what I'm
saying. They're pretty much proven prenups are worthless now. I think Dr. Dre and his wife had a prenup, and she still got a couple $100 million. So
she got off good,
if I'm not mistaken. But
So I just think sometimes it's just another waste of a piece of paper, and I think it's a piece of paper that tells us that we're not doing relationships correct before you get there.
Okay.
It's a like, oh, you effed up. Here's the saving grace thing. You know, like, I don't know. I'm not saying not though, because like when I think about people like, you know, like Mary, like you say, Mary J. Blige, she got took a lot. Or when I think about, you know, Todd and Candy Burrs. You know, Candy, just like my shero, that girl is busy out in these streets, you know.
And Todd wasn't even no bum.
And Todd's not a bum, exactly.
She like, hey,
Todd is good too.
So you ain't no bum, Candy but you ain't worth $65 million, baby.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing though. What's the sense of the prenup?
So you ain't worth the $65 million. You're not walking with $30 million. It don't matter how you do it. She said you ain't walking with $30 million.
I don't know. I just think it depends on how you can structure them.
She said you wasn't in the studio writing them songs. So you ain't walking with none of that.
And it probably went both ways. They both was like, hey, I take what I take, you take what
it wasn't.
But you know, but this is the thing though.
Todd would have happily married that woman without no prenup.
But this the thing though. So when you get married, you say, hey, combine everything, right? How can you combine and become one if you're having this, well, we gonna break up. I need my stuff, you need your stuff.
I think that if my sons, because like I said, we got married at 20 years old.
Yeah.
Neither one of us barely had a job, honestly. So you can't like take the job. You can't like take half the job if we didn't want to work out. And you know, I say this from a point where, you know, we've been through a situation where we might not have been together today. So with all that being said, like let's say for instance it was our children. If it were one of my sons and they were worth something and this girl is coming from nothing, then I would say indeed have the prenup. But if they were in a situation like ours where they had nothing, then nah, you don't need no prenup there. And I say that because, like for instance, with the house we're living in right now, say for instance it's in our son's name, we're no longer here. Right. And they marry some girl who don't have nothing. I wouldn't want that to be bequeathed to them, to a female, if they decided that they didn't want to be around no more, or whatever the situation is. This is our family home. This is our legacy, and how the court system worked. She could wind up with it.
Right.
Because of that. Because you didn't have no prenup, no provisions put in place. Right. So I would tell my son, no. Right. This is the Hodge family home. Right. So if you want to bounce from being a Hodge, this ain't your home.
Right. I think in all things, and I think that's sort of what's wrong with society, that we have to remember things are material. You didn't come in with it, you ain't gonna go out with it.
So you're cool with her taking her house.
And this is the other thing too.
Hold on, you cool with the girl taking her house?
If it be that's what happens, she can take the home. But as long as she don't take my baby, his peace,
so you're cool with
his
her taking
mentality.
This house?
She can take the home, but she can't have
cool with her taking this home.
She can't have the memories. Yeah, no.
You cool
she
with
can't
her
take the
this
memories
house?
And all the stuff that we had when we were in it, or da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is the thing. Why do we want to focus on the prenup?
I don't think.
But we don't want to focus on the premarital therapy, or the mental therapy, so that we don't have to say, oh, you're gonna mess me over, or if I know you're gonna, because I'm already mentally capable of realizing, hey, yo, I can discern you're not right for me, because you might just mess me over, so I'm gonna go the other way. So that's why I don't totally, like, I want to raise my sons as we are raising them to know, yeah, you like her, you love her. Like I told him the other day, there'll be a lot of girls out here that's gonna want you, because you're the greatest thing, I believe, in the world, because you are a wise, educated, strong black man. That's gold. But just because everybody might want you doesn't mean that everybody is worth you. Just because you want me don't mean you're worth me. So you have to be very, very intentional and consider about who you give it. And then once you do that, don't be like, oh, I need a fail-safe. Here's a prenup. No.
I don't think a prenup is about a fail-safe, honestly. I think
and it's more work than what is.
I think honestly, when people are in love, I think love, and it's proven that it's like when you're in quote unquote love, like you're releasing a lot of dopamine and stuff like that. So when you're releasing dopamine, just like if you're on some sort of drug or narcotic, you're not making clear or as clear decisions as you should be. So number one, yes, you should go to premarital counseling, just like you were saying. You definitely should have that in mind. And I think that just like with anything that's business related, any document that you sign business wise, which a marriage document is, you should have protections put in place because of that. Because when you go to court and you sign a marriage certificate, that is a legally binding agreement. So after that is over, let's say you're severing your legally binding agreement, then you will see how quickly that everything becomes a business decision. Do you see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's my point of view on that.
Yeah, it's saying, prenups aren't just for rich people anymore.
Listen.
Protecting their spouses from the worst impulses of the American debt collection system.
Oh, that's what. Oh, you reading from the New York Observer?
Yeah. So is it a tactic to almost like how if you get certain things in your name and certain things in my name, you know what I mean, like that or something? Is that what people are saying? Someone now? I don't know. We might have to read this a little bit more.
I think it's just a way to make the situation a little bit more fair. That's all. Because, for instance, like when Janet Jackson got married, I believe she got married and she signed a prenup. But in her prenup, when she walked away from this dude,
but remember what her said?
Dude was worth like $200 million or something like that. Mm-hmm. And he said you can walk whenever you want to, and you can walk with $2 million, or it was $2 or $5 million, something like that.
Right, but she was worth more than that.
But that was in the prenup, and she signed the prenup. But I think that especially if you have that type of money, I think that kind of helps you discerning people's intentions. But I didn't want to get caught up on prenup that long. I thought you was gonna have a quick opinion on it. But that's my opinion on it, though.
Okay.
What do you think?
Okay.
Come on. All right, we'll dive into something else real quick. We'll see what else Facebook talking about. Let's see. I don't know what they mean as far as that's concerned. Just listen to what she got to say about what she thinks.
Removed from baptism.
I don't care what patriarchy tries to tell you, but being a submissive woman is not a badge of honor. I need for us all to realize this one thing. The idea of submission was God's way of punishing women. God intended for submission to be a punishment, not a reward or something to be done in joy. It is a punishment to submit to a man. For yourself.
So she thinks it's a punishment.
I don't care what patriarchy tries to tell you.
What you think about that?
Okay. Okay, so she said, she said, is it... I can maybe see where she's trying to take it from, but I want to look up, but maybe she is taking it from when it was in the Garden of Eden, maybe, and when God said, because you've eaten of the apple or these kinds of things, now this is what you have to, originally we were not supposed to have to work from the sweat of our brow or earn, by grinding and things like that. It was not supposed to be hard like that. So that was not what was supposed to be happening. So
marriage, she ain't talking about.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know, maybe that's where she's getting it from, but also on the flip side, that's the only place she could be getting it from, because she's saying for the original sin, and we all biblically Christians, the original sin is considered when Adam ate of the apple.
This is one of those situations where you're digging deeper into something than it is. You're trying to make sense out of nonsense.
That's what she's saying.
No, she's not going into no actual biblical nothing.
Well, then why say biblical implications?
She didn't pull no scripture. She didn't pull none of that.
She didn't.
So she didn't intend for it to be some type of empirical data or nothing like that. So all she's saying is the act of submission period is the act of submission period is designed to be punishment according to what she thinks.
But she said, because what does the bottom thing say? And maybe that's why I was reading that.
The bottom thing.
It says if the biblical implications of women being submissive is a punishment for the original sin, so we're coming from the Bible, and we're saying it is implied from the original sin, which was Adam eating the apple. Is it not then removed from baptism? See, because she's saying baptism is where,
Okay.
all sin is washed away, and everybody thinks differently, the baptism but that's what she's saying. But I mean, I'll say even to that, just because you baptize don't mean you don't sin. When you're baptized and you come into the household of faith, that just means that I have learned the new way and everything like that, and that's the way I try to walk, and I try to live more toward my spirit man versus my fleshly man, so that I don't constantly repetitively sin and don't ask for repentance. That's what that is. So no sin is, you still are gonna sin, but I don't think submission is a punishment. And me, I'm I don't think it's a punishment.
So what do you? So from somebody who actually know what they're talking about from the Bible, what do you think it is?
Well, I
what
just
do you
try
think
to
submission
walk,
is designed to
but
be?
I'm not the best, but
biblically.
I don't know. I'm sitting here looking. You know how when you and multiple things be going through your head, But I think submission, truly. Okay, so submission to me, it says that we should both submit to each other. We just submit in different ways. And I think sometimes us as women, sometimes when you say it to me, I'd be like, trigger just a little bit, but just a little triggered. But
It be burning your.
Sometimes
it be boiling your blood, huh?
Sometimes. But I submit to you because you submit to God. See, that's the thing. Don't submit to anyone that you don't see them submitting to something that you submit to yourself. So I'm not going to submit to you if you're submitting to Hitler and I don't submit to Hitler. You get what I'm saying? But I submit to God, and I know that God has put you as the head of our house, as there's a head of the church, and the man is the head of the home. So I submit to you as head of the home and head, of us, just like the children submit to me, as their mother, as hey. So yeah, but you also submit to me when you submitted your body, your oneness to me to go work and provide for us and to say, that hey, I am the one that you live and work for. You know what I'm saying? So the man submits too. I think just because all the time it's not, oh well, she told me to do this is what I'm doing. It don't always look like that, and a man don't say that, but he does do it. He does do it, women. They do that if you're submitting right. It's still submission, because like we say, you're the head of this house, but my input is very, very, very strong on what we do.
Indeed it is.
And you give the action, you give the call to action, and then I make sure it goes forth. But we work together, and I give my very heavy viewpoint and opinion. So like you said, and like we say, anything we're doing, it shouldn't be opposite of probably what I want to do. Now, it might not always feel good because, we have feminine energies, masculine energies. Men are usually better at staying focused, stay the course. Sometimes women, we like to, veer off, stuff like that. So sometimes I might want to veer here or there. He's like, no, this is what we said we're doing. You need that. You need to submit to something like that. I just think this word submit is like a trigger word. I don't see it as punishment. I don't see where she's coming from with the punishment thing. But like I said there, I think where she might be coming from is because of the original sin of Adam eating that apple. But
Okay. This is clearly, in my opinion, just a woman
what you
who's
think?
out to make a feminist point. That's all it is. It's not deep. It ain't all that. It ain't.
Right, but take it from
Listen
what
to what
she
I'm saying.
said.
I get what she's saying, and I'm going to tell you my analysis on it based
what
off
she
what she
wrote.
said. And it's just a woman who's trying to make a point biblically, but she's really she don't believe in no Bible. She believe in feminism. That's what she believe in. When you hear women use terms like patriarchy, dude, like I've never heard you say
she say
patriarchy.
that?
Yes, she did. I've never heard you say patriarchy in your life. But so those are talking points that come from a specific set of people. So these people that feel like that it's some sort of punishment to fall up under some good direction, because that's all it is. Ain't nobody telling you to go jump out in a car. Jump out in front of a car. That's not what submission is. Submission is simply following good direction. That's all it is. Now, if somebody say, okay, well, you need to jump out in front of you need to go jump out in front of that car over there. That's not good direction. So that is not required as far as submission is concerned, in my opinion. But I thought that was an interesting little thing that she was talking about. Because I think too many people, women specifically, they have this big issue with
The word
we're just following, submission in general, and just following under a good man, period. And the main reason for that is because
Say
I
that
can
word.
guarantee what.
a good man.
Right, a good man.
That's the-
Man, I think, and with that being said, I think that is the main problem right there, is that women come out like this because they've been under the direction of a bad man for so long. It typically tends to be their father or lack thereof, or their mate selection, and they typically tend to choose men who cannot direct, who cannot lead, and then you come up with ill feelings toward things like submission, because you've been dealing with men who's been throwing you out in front of cars your whole life, and that's why you act like that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is one I want to talk to the pastor about and get more discernment on. Because, we just got to make sure that we're, like our pastor, PD, Change Church, love y'all, the bomb. He really dissects the word. And we have to make
No
sure
man is a man without a woman.
No, just make sure we put it in context. So, yeah, I'm going to read this. I'm going to send this to you.
So,
About 1 Timothy.
okay, well, we'll catch up on that later.
Yeah, we'll catch up on it, yeah.
And after that's been said, then we're going to listen to the honorable Minister Louis Farahkhan and what he believes as far as men and women. Then we're going to move on to TD Jakes after that.
Oh, sorry, I won't do that.
Well, you don't like Farrakhan?
No, go on. You see, you know how your spouse knows the triggers.
I love Farrakhan, man. All right, let's check out this little thing from Farrakhan.
It's a
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me.
no man is a man without a woman.
No man is a man.
It's a woman.
What's your opinion on that, Karen?
That's good. That's good teaching.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Whoa, man. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's true. Yeah. I mean, it's just that simple. And I hate to make it that simple with Farrakhan, but
Why you hate to make
I
it
do
that
like
simple with
Farrakhan. I like
Farrakhan
Farrakhan.
is the man.
I like the Muslims. A lot of their doctrine and teaching and things like that. So power to them. But yeah, I think it's very true. And by the way, he said she'll test you to show you if you are what you say you are.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I had to learn that myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to learn that myself. When you get married as a child like we did, sometimes you have to learn those lessons the hard way. And that's what we had to learn.
We had to learn. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was a great word
Yeah.
from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Said she loves you too.
That's right. But she has to show. She has to make sure
It's
that
like,
you're not gonna get us killed out here.
right. It's like it says, we are supposed to bring the best out of you and allow you to be like if you're with a woman and she hasn't shown you something in yourself that you didn't know or that you had a thought of, but she brought it to fruition and helped you push it on forward, then something's wrong.
Oh, let me show you this one real quick. This is an example right here of the type of men that create the woman that you just saw in that other video before the Farahkhan video. This right here is an example of the type of man that you guys would like to go under their leadership, and then wonder why you think all men can't.
No, don't
lead.
say you guys, because our tribe just listening to this.
No. I'm preaching on everybody, because you think that these types of things are just things for people who ain't married yet and all of that, or who listen. We here for every type of person. Marriage, love, and relationship topics.
Right.
So that mean if you dating, that mean if you trying to get married, that mean if you engaged, we trying to help you out through all stages of that.
You're getting your mind right is all I'm saying. So let's see.
Oh yeah, we getting our mind right, but this is what happens when you fall under the direction of a poor man.
Did you see his gun?
You ain't gonna bust shit. You ain't gonna do shit.
Whoa!
You popping in it. You ain't gonna bust nothing. You ain't gonna bust shit. You ain't gonna do shit.
And then it can't even hold a gun properly. I don't think she was shot, or else this video would more than likely have been removed a long time ago. But that's my point. Like, we'll pick a man.
Why is that still on it?
We'll pick a man who thinks that something like that is okay, or you'll pick a man who think like going upside your head to get you to do what he wants you to do is okay, and then you'll take that and you'll spin it into your worldview of that patriarchy or submission to a man is punishment. It's punishment when you're dealing with a man like that. That's when it's punishment. And that's my point exactly.
In the building, just popping off like that's really close.
What do you think about that?
Why did he? Why were they fighting? Like,
it don't matter why they were fighting.
Like, why she? But to me, like, why she put her hands on him like that?
It don't matter.
Like, that's how we tell our little niece. Like, watch how you're talking to this young man.
No man is a man without.
Sorry with this young man. How you don't put your hands on this young man, because when you do it, that gives everybody not in their right mind. First off, everybody ain't a good man, don't understand, and just in general, if you put your hands on somebody gonna put their hands on you.
Indeed.
Like, you don't do that.
Indeed.
But for him to pop off with a gun, like,
it don't matter what he
you
did.
Clearly could have just jumped down and pushed her. But
He shouldn't have did that either.
He shouldn't have did that either. But I'm saying, at least a gun takes a lot. And we get this confused. Like, guns take lives. And that just shows how we don't value life.
All right, let's see.
What did we learn when we were doing gun training? Don't ever point the gun unless you.
Yeah, you don't aim a gun at anybody or anything you don't intend to kill.
You don't intend to kill.
That's the thing behind the gun.
That's the thing behind the gun.
But that wasn't my point with that illustration.
I know.
My point with that illustration is that is the type of man who breeds the type of woman that thinks the way that submission is some sort of punishment. But the thing is that you women need to understand is that you guys choose men like that.
But how does he being like that breed her to not want to be submissive?
Because you think that falling up under that man, and that man that's abusing you, that's shooting at you, that's hitting you more than likely, you think that is submission to any man. That's what makes that happen.
Because you think, I'll just submit to anything.
Your worldview is based off of your experiences.
Correct.
The whole trope about how women go for the bad boy. You go for the bad boy, then the bad boy shapes your worldview. Your father. That's the whole trope about. That's the whole trope about women with daddy issues. Yeah. Because you had a poor example of a man, and he has now shaped your opinion on men. That's what happens with that.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by when you fall under the direction of a man like that.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And it's men like that, and you'll choose men like that over and over again.
It's not cool.
And they'll be that dude. He's probably a rapper. He probably practiced that little move, that little.
Man, totally held the gun wrong.
Yeah, I don't even want to see what I'm shooting at.
Yeah, like totally held the gun wrong.
I don't even want to see what I'm shooting at because I'm a bitch.
Totally healthy.
It's hard to talk like that. But, you know, we move into this last one. Well, I got 2 more that I want to do. This one from TD Jakes, and I want your opinion on how he feels about the modern woman.
I think I've sort of told you.
I think we might have to call him TD Samuels after this video.
Really?
Okay, hold on. Let me get some volume going on.
Hey,
I don't know why it keeps cutting my volume out. That's a Facebook thing.
Raising up women to be men.
That's not a me.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away.
What you think about that? I think years ago in his book Emotions, he was already touching on that.
That's right.
But you know, we weren't in the climate that we in today,
right?
Where that lands him in the hot water.
Is he in hot water?
He was kind of in hot water with the feminist types about claiming that you guys are being raised to be men. I mean, we have plenty of evidence.
I wonder if that's why Donnie from Social Proof. I gotta go back and look at that, see if it's the same. So what you think about that? Yeah, I mean that's a good word. TD Jakes, he know what he's talking about, y'all. But yeah, it's I don't know. Yeah, it's like we but it's both ways. We want to be out in corporate America and just out and everywhere and say, oh, we're so tough, we're so strong, just da-da-da. But then I want a good man, I want him to love on me, and da-da-da-da-da. But then when you like, yo, you gonna do this what I said we doing this in my house.
Who said that?
That's what then we
that's what y'all women be talking about.
Yeah, and it's just not, just like you don't want him talking to you like out in the streets. Well, woman, I told you that's not how your energy should work and flow. And I think because, like we said, they took the man out of the home for a reason, and it has trickled down and matriculated into all of this. Because now sometimes a lot of us women feel like, hey, I have to be, this strong woman, and we have had to be it. Power to us for standing up and being that only mother, for being that mama and grandma that was there when he wasn't there. Power to you. We don't take none of that away from you. But we also have the femininity where I need you. There are things that I truly, like the man said, hey, he don't want to work. Truly, I can't do it like you do it. Nope. And you can't do it like I do it. Don't like they say, there are times when I'm gone, like I'm about to go to class and daddy's gonna take care of food, but I guarantee you it's not gonna be like when mommy, because the boys gonna come in here and they're gonna be like, mommy, what we doing for dinner? I
think that's the difference between men and women in the modern age, is that men, we don't expect to be able to do your job like you can do our job. You don't see no men out here talking about, I can cook just as good as you. And I don't know. I can stay at home with the kids. I would never say nothing like that. I can breastfeed them kids better than you. I would never think like that. But women have been taught, as TD Jakes just said, women have been taught to be more masculine. Hey, I can earn just as much as you. I need to make as much money as you. And we were just watching Erica Williams, and she was just saying, women won't even attack the workforce with the same tenacity as a man, and that's just because that's how we're wired. That's how we're wired. And as the late great Kevin Samuels once said, we are better together. Yeah, we are better together. So he doesn't. His message and our message and everybody's message is that we're not preaching the message of divisiveness. That's why we're not with the whole submission is punishment thing. That's why we're not with the whole, marriage is bad thing. I don't think marriage is bad at all. I've listened to a lot of male content. I don't think marriage is bad. I think that men have to step up, be stronger, and figure out ways to make things work. And I think that's what we're suffering from mainly as far as our relationship with man and woman. And that's why I give examples like that where we're showing both sides of the coin. Yeah, prenups might be a thing, but I think that if you love somebody and they love you, it don't matter. You can get a prenup, you can not get a prenup. It's gonna be the same outcome one way or the other.
Yeah.
But
I think I think a lot of us having to feel like we're strong and like we are,
You ain't get me back on the point.
Well, yeah. Well, no.
Go ahead,
Like we're strong.
Go ahead, girl.
We have
Get me
to
back
be, this like another type of a man. Is because unfortunately, it is what society and what we have somewhat been dealt. And I think a lot of us women are changing from that, but it doesn't mean that I'm not. So no, I'm not a boss in my home, but because I'm under a good man, when I step out here, I rule my atmosphere.
That's right.
I rule my energy, so I'm a boss there.
That's
yes.
Right.
And whenever I'm bossing up out there, he'll stand beside me and be like, do that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're still strong and you're right. You're still right. Like I think I told
when
him
I
that.
send
Like
you outside, I don't want no loser out there.
Right. Yeah.
So when I send you outside, you selling real estate or whatever. Right. Like I don't sell real estate, and I'm not gonna get mad at you if you make more money than I make.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I sent that reflection out there. I preached that. I'm not gonna let you work and make more money than me. But that's because of my competitive spirit won't allow it. You know what I'm saying? My competitive spirit won't allow it. But the thing about that is that it's a healthy competition.
Oh yeah, healthy competition, right?
Because if she's making 100, I'm about to be making 120.
You gonna make 120, 20.
Because I just can't allow. But my point being, what I was saying was that when we send each other out, you're a reflection of one another. That's the only thing about it.
Yeah, I hate that Bishop got.
Yeah, he was catching flack from some of you women.
I had heard of that, and I wonder if that's why Donnie was talking about, being strong. I'm gonna have to go
look it up.
Look that up because
if it makes some correlations.
but she did say it. Sometimes we as women, we be coming at each other wrong. Just because I'm not working a 9 to 5 and bringing in the bread doesn't mean that I'm not strong because I'm here taking care of my children. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
That's right.
And it doesn't mean that she's not strong because she don't get to stay at home all the time or take care of her kids. We have to begin to respect each other for all of our positions and strategies in life. But yes, I think ultimately every woman, and I think she did say this too, we do want to be able to be like, okay, I want to relax. I don't want to work like you do. Like I think every other man on her panel was like, because we discussed it, they was like, no, I'm grinding. I go hard. It's just in me. I work. And she's like, well, I don't want to work all my life. I just don't want to do that. I want to be able to like not feel as good like I was doing today, not feeling as best, but be able to go over sight words with my son because I'm his first teacher.
That's right.
That's what makes me strong.
Should be available to nurture your children.
Right. You're a nurturer. And really that's strength in itself. Because that's what makes our society strong. Yep. And he can't nurture like you nurture, sis.
Women create the culture because they teach the children.
Right. Yeah, like it says on my thing, hey, if you want to know what the mother is the first teacher and she teaches the children. Yep. Or she teaches society. And fathers teach too.
Yes, they do. But women create the culture because you teach the children, which is what makes it's what makes people have the things that they the points of view that they have, and it's no different than than how I pour into you. I make you whatever you are, and then you turn that into our children, and thus the reflection continues.
Right. And you know, I would think too with that. So we talk about that, but then we talk about submission. Mm-hmm. So because I am the nurturer, and that's what I do in the home. Mm-hmm. So when I say, hey, I want you to, because you're really good at, honey, with history, mm-hmm. or with teaching the boys this, you know, he takes that challenge and he submits to that. And then look at his eyes. You saw his eyes. I was just gonna see how this works. And he submits.
You can't use words.
Yes,
like that
I can. You submit
because biblically. Hold on. You see.
No,
if I got my.
You submit to.
Hold on. I'm about to put on my pastoral spirit.
The request that I've asked to keep us flowing.
Hold on, because biblically they don't tell no men that they are supposed to submit.
We submit to each other.
I don't think it say that. You got to pull up the scripture.
Pull it up?
But we're gonna pull up the scripture at a later.
We'll pull it up later.
We're gonna pull the scripture up at a later date.
Oh, he don't want it right now.
I don't need it right now. We'll do a whole show on submission and the scriptures behind it. We'll do that another time.
Yeah, another day.
To end I wanted to end our live stream with another video, an example of a good couple. I believe they were married for a really long time. Let's check that out and see if I can find it.
Does it smell like the boys are cooking something?
They might be.
So when we first got married, I told her, I said, hey, if you get mad at me or we get upset, you know, and you don't want me sleeping in the bed with you because you're mad, I'll sleep on the sofa. I'll go in the next room. You ain't going to your mom's, and I'm not running to my mom. We ain't running and telling them nothing that's happening in here, because this is between you and me. So, and I really believe that real strongly.
I think the whole concept of love, commitment, and marriage is not in its proper place today. Because I think a lot of females feel like love is butterflies in your stomach and looking perfect all the time, and he's smelling good, and he treating you, like royalty all the time. That's not reality. But a lot of women and men, I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, go into relationships with the wrong idea about what it comes with. Okay? And here's the thing that's different for us too. It's not just a feeling when you love somebody. It's a decision that you've chosen this person and you're going to be committed to this person. And that there are going to be tests, trials, struggles. You're not going to always agree on the same thing. But today it just seems like the mind said, okay, this ain't working no more, I'm out. See, this is the thing. The problem I think with relationships today is people are too selfish. It's all about them. So I get ready to leave the house, he's got my glasses sitting on my purse. You see what I'm saying? He knew me and cared enough about what I needed, my shortcomings, because I am very forgetful. So he gets ahead of that. And he says, she ain't going to go with these glasses. Let me put them on her purse. She got to take a purse with her. Those things are worth gold. And that's why 49 years later, technically 51 years later, you can say this is somebody that is a keeper for life. And that's how I sincerely feel.
Oh, thank you, girl.
You know that.
Don't hear that every day, girl.
Yeah.
No, I know how it is. Us men's going to appreciate it for so long. But one other key point that I wanted to pull out of there before we discuss that video is that she said we've been married for 49 years, together for 51. I think that there's some correlation to how long you stay engaged. I think I see a lot of people that's like, we've been engaged, we about to get married. I'm like, okay, cool. Like how long y'all been engaged, or when y'all getting married? Oh, we've been together for 7 years. Oh, okay.
That's true, actually.
It don't sound like that's about to be happening no time soon.
Yeah.
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
Time, you know that?
Yeah, that was the correlation.
Yeah.
That's we've been how long we've been married?
No, you go ahead.
Nah, okay.
I know it.
Okay.
What?
Fail.
No, Mary.
You done failed again.
No. See, because you just told me the last time I asked you. Mm-hmm. You said, "Well, I don't know until and he'll shoot me on our anniversary, the days and everything like that."
It's cool. We've been married 2 years longer.
2 years longer.
I'm sorry. We've been together for 2 years longer than we've been married. Right. Similar to that couple.
So this year it'll be married for 14, but together for 16.
See how she had to take some time to do the doggone math.
I already did. We got married November 24th.
Do I need to play the couple's video back, or do you kind of got to adjust to what they were talking
No, we
about?
got married November 24th.
So we can close out on their
He
their
didn't catch
conversation.
that. That is not the day we got married.
I didn't say it was the day we got married.
See what I'm saying? We got married November 22nd, you guys. I threw it
Did I
out there
say,
twice.
did I
wrong.
say that though?
But you didn't even flinch about it.
Did I need to?
Yes.
Okay. See, this is why you must learn how to submit, ladies, because you want to fall under the direction of a good man and one who's not going to be tied up with frivolous things like the day of your anniversary being off by 1 day.
2 days.
2 days. See.
But what's the 24th?
See, what would your life be like if you
But
had
what's
to
the
fall
20
under the direction
But what's the 24th?
of somebody who's gonna hold you up
Okay.
over 2 days, 14
Babe, what's the
14 years of
Babe.
marriage later?
Babe. What's the 24th?
You tell me.
No, I'm asking you.
That's when we actually started dating. Hello.
That's right.
Hello. I'm good at this. You don't got to worry about that on my end.
Yeah, we became boyfriend and
good
girlfriend.
I'm good at this.
November 24th, 06.
I wanted to close with your
Yeah, that's
opinion
right.
on what they were saying as far as, because they've
Oh,
been
man,
married,
that's
they've been in the
beautiful.
game way longer than us.
49 years. Like, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my grandparents were married for 50 plus years. But yeah, I think they got it right. And like he said, and I think that's really, really imperative. I think I was just telling somebody, my friend that's about to get married.
Mm-hmm.
I told her the main thing is, like he said, don't put them in your business.
That's right.
You know, you can, you want to have the couples that you get advice and that you look to them and things of that sort. But especially when it comes to like parents and stuff, telling them your fights and stuff, because they'll always possibly look at your spouse wrong. Once you done got over it and you loving them again, they still holding on that last argument. So I think he said it in the beginning, and that was a good foundation.
That's right.
That was a good foundation.
And just as the lady was saying, when you go into a marriage, you need to realize that everything's not going to be rainbows and butterflies. Things are going to be tested. You're not always going to smell like Versace arrows like I do on a regular basis. You don't always smell like that. You be forgetting that. You don't be understanding that the farts is coming too. It's good times and
Yes.
it's the good times and the bad times. And it's all about the test and whether or not you're going to choose to make the decision to be married. Whether you're going to choose to make the decision to spend the rest of your life with the person that you claim that you want to be with for the rest of your life.
That's right. That's good, babe.
Is there anything else that you want to end on? Well, this has been Evenly Yoked. We would like for you to comment, like, subscribe. Let us know where you think we're right. Let us know where you think we're wrong.
Or what you just think in general.
Or if you think, whatever you think in general. I'm cool with that too. I like that one as well. So, with that being said, this has been Evenly Yoked TV.
Peace. Love
Peace,
y'all.
you guys.